so if you, can you get 916 stock it? Shallow. What drive? 3/8.
Yeah, 3/4.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Have you started shooting again on the FS700? Okay. Yeah. So you can just keep rolling with it.
You doing the live stuff, John?
Right now, we're live.
Hey, John, are you live?
I'm live.
We're
all live.
We're just pulling the cab and the front clip off.
Okay.
So we can get it all prepped and ready to go on the new chassis. So you should have the cab and front clip. Actually, the front clip should be off probably in the next couple minutes.
Okay, it'll be pulling the front end
Gotta
off.
get the hood off first, though.
Okay, hood first. All right. Hi, this is John Gilbert at Classic Trucks Magazine, and we're live in the TENS Tech Center, pulling apart the 52 Chevy for Speedway Motors. It's a build. It's going to go LS3 and on a new Speedway chassis. Ronnie, Massachusetts, hello back to you. Okay, we'll take a walk over and look at this LS3 that's going in the truck, and then we'll go take a look at the chassis. This is our film crew filming for the YouTube and television and all the other forms of media that'll be covering this event. Alan, yellow's Speedway Motors color. Hello from Sweden. Hello back to you. Joel, Niagara Falls, Ontario. Hello back to you. Okay. Marcel. Hello, Brazil. All right. Rick, how you doing, man? This is the very first, this is it, man. We're getting ready to pull the front clip off and pull the cab off the stock chassis. Get a look. This has a later 1955 235-inch 6. John, it's a 1952 with turned down door handles like a 51. It's a really nice home restoration is what we started with. Miguel and Guadalajara, hello back to you. Here's the chassis right over here. This is Speedway Motors chassis. This front end will bolt into a stock 1947 to 53 Chevy chassis, maybe 54, 55 first series. Or you can use the frame rails. Rear suspension, front suspension can go onto a stock chassis, or you can use brand new frame rails if you find out that the frame you have is too twisted to work with or too rusted. Okay, and here's all the parts staged. We have a week to build this truck, and that's a new chassis to wire it, engine, transmission, everything. Here's the this was the very first Week to Wicked project was this 1967 SS 396 Chevelle. Hello, Puerto Rico. Hello back to you. Let's see. Okay, I'll go outside and show you the crate that the Speedway Motors chassis ships in. We're going outside. Okay, this is outside our tech center in Santa Ana, California. Walking over to the crate that the Speedway Motors chassis ships in. This is, you can tell by the size of the crate, shipping an entire chassis, this really cuts down on the expense of shipping a chassis, anywhere in the world. This makes it a lot cheaper. Hello, Germany. How you doing, MJ? Okay. Yeah, not too much else happening out here. Okay, we'll go back inside and see what's going on. In fact, we'll go in this way. I had my choice of 2 doors, couldn't decide which one. El Paso, Texas. Juan Martinez, hello back to you. Okay, here we go. Houston, Texas. Anita Roberts, how are you doing? Coleman, Hamilton, Austin, Texas. Hello. Amarillo, Zachary. Looks like we got a lot of Texans joining us. Thank you very much. I'm getting ready to pull the front clip off this truck. Front fenders in the hood. Could drain the antifreeze. Anita Roberts, after the storms, yeah, I know it's been a real stormy winter everywhere. Nathan Rue, Dayton, Ohio. Hello back to you. Mike, another Texan. John Olson, Little Rock, California. Thanks for joining Classic Truck Magazine's live feed from Santa Ana, California. The Enthusiast Network's Tech Center in this build, Week to Wicked build with Speedway Motors and the Week to Wicked crew. Maurice. Drivetrain will consist of an LS3. It's going on to this Speedway Motors chassis over here. This is a bolt-together chassis. I just went outside and showed the crate. It'll ship anywhere in the world for a lot less shipping charges than a full chassis. Lead, South Dakota. How you doing, Ryan? I've been to through Lead many a time when we ride our motorcycles up to Sturgis. Boring LS? Yeah, I don't think so. Westport, Indiana. Paul, how you doing? Okay. Hey, we'll sneak through the back way here. This is backstage. Zachary, what rear end ratio? I'll have to find out. The stock Chevy has 411-to-1 gears in it. I'll find out what, sorry, whoops, sorry. Hi, hey you guys, good, okay, okay. Oops, South Africa, hi from Port Elizabeth, South Africa. Andy, hello back to you, man. Okay, let's get, if you guys read Classic Trucks Magazine or go online at classictrucks.com, here's some other projects that you'll probably recognize. Okay. You'll go over to Street Rodder's shop truck. You can see this truck in the pages or online at streetrodder.com. It's built out at Hot Rods by Dean in Phoenix, Arizona. Randall, no, these trucks aren't for sale. This, the yellow truck that we're working on, Speedway Motors 1952 Chevy, is to celebrate Speedway Motors' 65th anniversary. All right, getting ready to throw some Coker tires on this thing. These tires that are on this truck are about 20 years old. They're a little lumpy. All right. Here's another chassis for an advanced design. This is one that Jason Scudolari is building. It's a chop top, hot rodded truck. Greg Sierra, hello from Fresno. Hello back to you, Greg. Okay, let's head back over. David Iredale, Mesa, Arizona. How you doing?
Tin Tech Center. This is the Classic Trucks Week to Wicked truck, 52 Chevy for Speedway Motors. And what we have is a completely restored truck, stock height, stock brakes, stock steering. And we are going to revamp this into Speedway's chassis. They have a chassis for this. We got all new suspension, brakes, steering, drivetrain. We're doing an LS with a 4L60, doing a rear end. So it should be fun. We got 5 days to do it. And
Sorry, John.
we're just
That's okay. Don't, just shove me if I get in your way, Chris. No problem. It still has a 6-cylinder in it. It has a 1955 235-inch 6 in it, not the 216 that a 52 would have come with. What rear end ratio is the rear end that's going in it? What are the rear end gears?
What did we do, Damon? A 308 rear end? No, I think a 350. Okay.
Okay, 3.5 rear end gears, and then it's going to have an automatic overdrive. David, you're quite welcome. Go around the other side. Excuse me. It's a 3-window. Rick, what happens to the old parts? I'm going to put them on my truck. No, I don't know.
There's a long line of people looking for the old part.
Yeah, there's actually a long line of people that are trying to get dibs on the old parts. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be fun. This is just the early stages. Jacob Snow, hello back to you. Okay, see the steering wheel spin. Sorry, Jason, just shove me out of the way if I get in your way. Okay. Bob, Bend, Oregon, wish your 53 looks, yeah, it's a really nice truck they started with. This is, in order to do a build in a week, you start with the very best example you can find. And it's no coincidence that the truck is Speedway Motors yellow. Yes, Dale, this is a truck that's going to be built in a week. The chassis, it's Speedway Motors chassis. It's a bolt-together chassis. That's the Week to Wicked Chevelle in the background. This is the third Week to Wicked project. The last one was the Chevy C10. This truck is being built to commemorate Speedway Motors' 65th anniversary. Lincoln, Nebraska, the company started in 1952. Bill Smith, Speedy Bill.
So I'm Damon from Speedway Motors, and we brought our truck out this week to have the Wicked completely rebuild it over the course of the week. We're going to be putting a Speedway Motors bolt-in IFS front suspension, a Speedway Motors bolt-in triangulated 4-bar rear suspension underneath it, and then our frame rails as well. So basically the entire chassis is going to be new. It's going to get an LS drivetrain, a 4L60E overdrive automatic transmission, basically all new running gears so that anybody could just hop into this truck, drive it down the road, take it cross country, have it be something comfortable, fun, easy to cruise. So, we've got disassembly underway.
Ivan, Colorado, cool. I can't always reply because we're actually recording soundtrack too. Croatia, Boris in Croatia. Welcome to Classic Trucks Magazine's Week to Wicked build along with Speedway Motors. I was Drift in Brazil. Welcome to the feed.
Yep, you got it? Okay.
I'm going to go up diagonal.
dual exhaust on the 6-cylinder Chevy. They sound cool. Stove-bolt Chevy, 6 cylinders with dual exhaust sound pretty good. This is a very similar truck to the truck a friend of mine, Mike Brewer, did on Wheeler Dealers.
How were you up there?
That's before they had the Huntington Beach, California studio. That's why they're still doing things in England. They bought a truck in San Francisco and shipped it back to England.
I bought that. Tim will be seeing that spent soon.
Brisbane, Australia. Rod, welcome to the feed. Kirsten Rook in Germany. Welcome to Classic Truck Magazine's live feed. The build of Speedway Motors 1952 Chevrolet Advanced Design pickup. Muy bonita. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's a good looking truck. Well, why not just change the engine mounts instead of using the frame? This front end will bolt in. We could have used a stock frame, but if on a truck, well, if you're going to do something in 4.5, 5 days, you're not going to mess with the stock frame. But if you have a stock frame and you just want to add an IFS with rack and pinion steering, Speedway Motors makes this front end. It'll go on the stock chassis or it'll go on these frame rails. And the way this goes on the stock chassis is there's 2 pickup points. There's holes that are in every Chevy Advanced Design frame from 1947, 53, and then 54, 55 first series. You start there, there's a steel template that comes with the front end, and then you drill the rest of the holes. This is a complete bolt-together chassis that if you don't have access to a welder, you can still build this chassis. This rear suspension will go on to a stock Chevy chassis. And if you have more than a week to build a truck, sure, use your old frame rails. Donald, blown 383, 50 Chevy. All right, Donald. Okay, let's see. Let's head back over here. Okay, the front clip is off. I guess I missed that. Things are happening fast around here. I had my back turned and I missed the front end coming off. Damn. Oops. Oh, yeah. Okay, to the left, that's Ryan Manson. He's the editor of Classic Trucks. Those of you that are sharing this video, thank you very much. At the end of the year, I get my Facebook Live free donut hole, if I have enough points. Here's that 235 coming out. Paul, yep, exactly like a 3100, 3200, 3600, the cab. Same. Kuna, Idaho. Herman Dalton. How you doing, Herman? I'm sorry I can't. I'm missing a lot of the shout outs because there's times when we can't talk because we're we're recording film as we're going. Little Sawzall action.
One thing you always want to be careful when you're doing this, you don't set the power steering.
There's a lot more orange in it, and actually, inconsistent, maybe.
whole classic Chevy truck community just wept a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Kids, don't do this at home. We just cut the steering column in half to get it out in a hurry. We got 5 days to do this, not 5 years.
Go on the record and say it wasn't my idea.
Ryan Manson said he wants to go on the record. It wasn't his idea.
Actually, it was his idea. He gave me the Sawzall.
Somebody who handed Jason the Sawzall.
My buddy Rye.
All right. By the way, we'll have a used steering column on sale, half price.
Half 9/16.
Half column, half price.
Yeah, half steering column, half price.
Half and 9/16.
Just pick out which half you want. Lawrence in the UK, yeah. In fact, actually, this live feed, when I close this up, I'm going to go to Custom Classic Trucks Facebook page for a live feed, and also Street Rodder magazine. It'll probably start out at Street Rodder, so you can watch it. Actually, watch this all day long, starting with the classic trucks, and we're also Chevy High Performance and Super Chevy are streaming a live feed. In fact, to the right there, that tall feller is Taylor Kempkes, and he's doing a live feed for Super Chevy and Chevy High. What chassis? Carlos in North Carolina. It's Speedway Motors chassis. It's a bolt together. Here, I'll show it to you. And this front end, this IFS front end, will bolt into a stock Chevy Advanced Design frame, 1947, 1953, and then 54, First Series 55. This will all bolt in. And if you decide that your frame rails are bent and rusted, then you can get these new frame rails from Speedway Motors. And this completely bolts together. The shipping crate, it's a real narrow one. If you didn't get a chance to see it, go on this feed when it's archived live or archived on Classic Trucks Facebook page, and you can see it's a long, slender crate that would be a lot less expensive to ship than a full chassis. Ted Floyd, Summit, Missouri. Yeah, it's going to be a nice truck, and 5 days later, it's going to be a lot different than it is now. Excuse me.
So do I. Come forward a little bit. This is like the worst case scenario.
John, you know what engine this is?
It's a 235-inch 6. Originally, this would have been a 216 Dipper rod 216, but it's had a 1955 full pressure 235 dropped in it.
All right. Someone asked. I didn't know.
Yeah, 235
what we
cubic
got
inch,
done
old Stowbolt Chevy.
And what's going in?
LS3.
LS3.
Yeah, it's right out there in the background.
I'm gonna check out that.
Yeah, go check it out.
They go into the hinge.
You got two? I got my two.
Okay, those of you who like trucks that are completely stock, you might want to turn off your feed right now. What's that?
Truck only.
Is this truck only?
Are we leaving the seat and everything in here?
Oh yeah, okay, it is truck only. Sure enough. So if it's truck only, it's a solid lifter motor too. Unless, did they go to hydraulic lifters and well, it's power glide with hydraulic lifters and stick shift with, I was only 15. Well, it's been 50 years since I had one of these trucks. First one I got was when I was 14, so. Yeah, and yes, it's Chevrolet orange, normally found on V8s. It's a home restoration. The guy did a real nice job.
You guys want a dolly?
If it were to be an icky-picky restoration, it could be either gray, like a truck motor, or Chevrolet blue, a Stowbolt blue.
drop it down and push it out?
Yeah.
Varga, this is a 235-inch 6 right now.
We need to raise it and get underneath it to get some stuff.
Are we all running board?
Yeah, pull the cab and shit off. So why don't we do that first? It's on the lift, right?
Sean, yeah, how you doing? Yeah. Thanks for joining Classic Trucks live feed, Sean. And so the pile begins by the end of the week. This pile is going to have a stock chassis, a stock engine, a compound 4-speed. There's going to be a lot of parts in this pile come next week. Okay, we're lifting it in the air.
We're gonna pull it off of there. That's right. So we're gonna set it back down and roll.
So we can get all the running board brackets. Do that right now. It's kind of the problem. We're gonna pain in the ass.
Roll it out, pull the bed, pull the cab. We'll roll it.
Dual exhaust, split manifold. Normally these are single exhaust, but this has a split manifold and it's running dual exhaust all the way back. Yep, dual exhaust on a straight 6. I think Mike Brewer and Ed China, I think they did dual exhaust. I know they did dual carbs on their straight 6. We are not putting dual carbs on a 6-cylinder engine. We're going to use it for a boat anchor, and then we're going to an LS3. Stefan in Sweden, this is Speedway Motors chassis is going together. It's a bolt together. They're IFS. And the rear suspension will bolt onto a stock Chevy Advanced Design chassis, 1947 to 55 First Series. But this truck's going to get done in 5 days. So every shortcut we can take, we're going to use. Are the shirts going to be for sale when the truck's done? I don't know. I'll find out. I'll ask. Stefan, here's the chassis. And you can see this is the very first Week to Wicked project in the background, 1967 Chevelle SS 396. It was Super Chevy Magazine's project. Here's the chassis. What differential? Currie 9 Plus with 3.5 gears, 350 to 1 rear end axle ratio. Jay Bird, yeah, it's a great chase. Tyler, yeah, I love that Chevelle too. I drove it a fair amount when it was a big block. Super Chevy. All right. And you can see our tech center is a tech center slash television studio. 10,000 square feet in Santa Ana, California. The Enthusiast Network. This is Street Rodder, Classic Trucks, Low Rider Magazine, Trucking. At one time, they all use it. Todd, no, it's a 1952. The turn-down door handles are a 51 feature. Okay, we'll go look at the LS. Here it is. Brand new Chevrolet Performance LS3. This is what's going in it. 53 F100. Here's a few other trucks you guys will recognize from the pages of Classic Trucks. This is a 1948. You can go to classictrucks.com or look for a back issue, Classic Trucks, and you can see the tech articles that have been running on this truck here. Al Shriver, I'm not sure about what the exhaust manifolds are going to be yet. I imagine we're going to go with stock. We'll find out. Transmission's supposed to show up tomorrow. We're materials as needed. I'm not sure what transmission, 4L8080, 4L85E, I'm not sure. Stefan, yeah, we'll be every day. We'll be doing the build. In fact, I'm going to switch over from Classic Trucks to Street Rodder Magazine's Facebook page, and then I'll switch over to Custom Classic Trucks, which is still a living brand. It's just not a printed magazine anymore. So we'll be showing this build all week long, right until we fire it up and do about a 400-foot long burnout in the back parking lot. In fact, it's customary or traditional for us to do a big smoky burnout, pop the tires, and then go get new tires. Okay, and this build is in celebration of Speedway Motors' 65th anniversary. They started in Lincoln, Nebraska in 1952. And it's some of the crew from Speedway Motors and the Week to Wicked crew building the truck. 59 Chevy runs at high RPMs. 59 Chevy pickup, if you have the stock rear end, it's 3.8. If you have a 58 Chevy pickup, they were 3.9 gears. 3.8s get higher rear end gears or get an overdrive trounce. Yeah, the garage is clean. This is it's a tech center / TV studio. Would you guys like a little tour of the fabricating room? Okay, here we go. Stefan, it's too bad you didn't have more time when you're here in California. We could have given you a tour of the facility. Maybe next time you're back in the States. Okay. All the welding equipment, Miller Blue.
John, we got some heavy fabricating going on right about now.
You do?
Yeah, right now.
Cool. A little bit of fabrication going on.
Hold you.
Oh yeah, we cut some wood on the saw, heavy fabricating.
Hey, I might have to pull it down.
Stefan, in March? Absolutely, man. Yeah, I can get in here at any time, day or night, so get the tour. Well, for a one-week build, it started with the best truck we could find, which was this home restoration. And they bought it, Speedway Yellow, the colors. Here's Brian Brennan's advanced design Chevy pickup, built by Hot Rods by Dean. Here's another chassis for an advanced design Chevy pickup. It's a 6-cylinder Mustang in the background. I think it's going to be getting a V8 and a bunch of goodies. It still has the 4-bolt 6-cylinder wheels on. I think F-Code was a 6-cylinder Mustang. All right, thank you all very much for joining Classic Trucks Magazine's Facebook live feed. I'm going to switch over to Street Rodder Magazine. If you'd like to, Street Rodder's Facebook page. I'm going to switch over to Street Rodder and do a feed from there. And then after that, we'll go to Custom Classic Trucks Facebook page. StreetRodder.com, ClassicTrucks.com. All right, we'll see you all in a few minutes. Thank you very much for joining.